Peace and blessings. Welcome back to Heritage Hip Hop, where we introduce you to your future favorite stars today. And today I got somebody who I've been wanting to meet for a long time. Because when you hear new music, you listen to the beat, and some of y'all don't even listen to the artist. But when you listen to an artist who really spit or rhyme with flair, fierceness, and ferociousness, it brings your ear to the attention of women. Who the hell is that, and what exactly are they saying? Please, Miss Artist, introduce yourself and tell the world who you are.
Hello, everybody. What's up? What up? What up, though? It's your favorite Latina, Angie Starrz, STARRZ. I am First Lady of Federal District Records, Protect Your Neck Records, partner with Wu-Tang Management. So I do many things. Nice to meet y'all finally.
Well, yeah, I'm happy to meet you. Before we get into who you are now, let's tell everybody where you come from and what made you the artist that you are. Where are you from in particular?
I was born and raised in Sunset Park, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Shout out to Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm.
My family is predominantly musicians, writers, singers, artists. So I grew up Pentecostal in a
Mm-hmm.
church with
Mm-hmm.
both my parents. They're from Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
And my father was a singer, and I started singing with dad at church.
That's dope.
So I was about 3 years old when I started singing.
That's dope. You were groomed in music.
Yes.
It kind of shows by how serious you take a song and don't just get on a song. You know what I'm saying? It seems like when it comes to Angie Starrz that her presence has to be felt as a part of the record and not be a person who's being heard on a record. Is that correct?
Yes. I'm glad that you actually noticed that. That means that what I'm doing is right.
I notice a lot of things. one thing I do know, one thing I do notice is when you rhyme, right? It's like you're fighting for your place, even by yourself, because it seems like you're fighting your verses against themselves.
Mm.
Who were you highly influenced by to help you come up with that technique that you rhyme with?
Oh, I would say God. God
Okay.
highly influences me. I mean, if we was gonna say artists, then I would say Jay-Z,
Okay.
Nas, um, the greats, the greatest of writers. I'm into more writing, and I don't just want to make music to make music.
Okay.
Just to be hot. I always want to deliver a message. I always kind of want to probably open people's eyes to certain things that hip hop really doesn't talk about, like anymore, not like before.
I'm glad you said that, and we're going to come to that in the later part of the interview. But I was really hoping you would have said you were influenced by Cool G rap, because
I
because
grew up listening to them too.
oh, but no, I mean, I don't know your age bracket. I don't want to be bugging out or whatever on that. But I'm saying when I hear you, right, if anybody who's a fan of like old school hip hop, I mean like 80s, early 90s hip hop, G rap was bar for bar in the top three, depending on who your top three was. Everybody
Mm.
had Rakim, everybody had Big Daddy Kane, but G Rap was right there, if not like KRS-One or something, you know what I'm saying? And G Rap got a song called On the Run where he's
Mm-hmm.
telling a story. Or he has another song where he goes, "This is dedicated to the girl I hate." Like and, he really just go in, and it's his emotion, not just the way he spits his bars, that really gravitates the ear to the song. That's one thing about you that no one can take away from you.
Thank
All
you.
hip hop ain't for everybody, but for the people who appreciate the messages, you have a delivery that's very distinct, because you're not trying to be the hardest female. You're trying to be the most felt female, it feels, when it comes to the microphone. Am I correct?
You are 100% correct. and nobody hit it in the nail better than you.
Word. I
That's a
was
fact.
I was listening to some music of yours, and you got songs that are very touching. You got very songs that are very introspective, and of course, you got braggadocious bars as well. What's more fun for you to write?
Oh, you know what's heartfelt music? I know some people told me, oh, you sing a lot of sad songs. They're sad. I said, I don't want to always be sad. I like writing. Now I'm getting into writing love songs. This year, I'm gonna make y'all fall in love. You know, shout out to Nimrod, shout out to Federal District Records. They kind of opened the door to write love songs.
Right.
And I'm gonna destroy you guys this wait till y'all hear that. But I like writing sad songs because I know there's a lot of sad people too that don't talk to nobody. When I released Goodbye,
Classic.
I had a stranger hit me on Facebook. He said I was on the bus coming home from jail and I heard Goodbye, and he's like, at first it destroyed me. I was crying. I was all, but it got me through losing my father, losing my brother, and coming out of jail, like all at the same time. He was like, the first song I heard was yours. I said that was God, because that song was on. That song was. I'm not popular. Yeah, I wasn't. I'm still not as popular as a lot of people, but that song, Bendito, I only had like 500 followers. And he heard that song, and I said, well, that was God.
Yeah, that's deep, because I think Goodbye is one of your best songs.
Thank you.
Because Goodbye really talks about the heart and the meaning of being real rather than just rapping to give a feeling. And I mean, and shout out to you, because you really take your heart serious. I mean, you talk about your aunt in a lot of songs that you do.
Yeah, man. It really traumatized me. That's why that was something really impactful in my life.
Yeah, I mean, for everybody out there listening, if you want to know what happened, I will urge you to go check out Angie Starr's music, because we're not going to give everything away in the interview, because I want you to invest time in hearing the artists and knowing who they are, not just doing this all day because that makes you like a fucking bobblehead. I want you to really appreciate the people that we talk to on our platform. So Miss Starrz, right? This is something I really wanted to ask you after studying your discography a little bit. You have the gift of rhyming in two languages. You do the bilingual thing very well.
Thank you.
What's easier, and what's more breakthrough for you?
I think English is easier for me. I'm gonna say it's my first language because I was born in New York. English is a natural language for us because we're born in America. But Spanish is a little bit more difficult for me because I can't express myself in words as easy as I would in English. Okay. So what I could say in Spanish could mean totally different in English.
That's so
it becomes a challenge to actually say what I want to say in Spanish, make it rhyme, make it sound good, and for you to understand what I'm saying. Because there's so many different ways to say things in Spanish, So I think it's more difficult for me to write my bars in Spanish than it is in English.
I think
that's the challenge.
I think that's part of your breakthrough, though. Most artists are one sound away from being recognized and one hit away from the blow up. I was listening to, let me go to my notes for a second, everybody. Sorry for being sloppy. So I'm usually more prepared. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous.
Pardon me. No, it's been a while since I've done interviews because I was fighting coronavirus for a while. You know what I'm saying? So pardon me.
I'm glad you're back.
Thank you. I am too, because that one was really crazy. But Act Like You Know, that's one that you did in both vernaculars, correct?
Oh, you did your research. You went to Jennifer's.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yes. Act Like You Know. That was my first breakthrough. Being hard in Spanish and being in English. That song, oh man, I went to perform that song in places in Boston, in Brooklyn, and I always turned the spot up with that song. People
Mm-hmm.
will go crazy. People will go
Yeah.
crazy. Mm-hmm.
I would love to have seen you do that in Newark. If you was in Newark and you was there I forgot the name of the spot, but I would have loved to have seen you in front of that crowd or on hip hop day at the Newark Music Festival. I would love to see you on stage doing that song because hip hop has turned the love of Hispanic culture into a lust. Do you agree?
I do agree, and a lot of people tell me be more sexy in Spanish, talk sexual in Spanish, because I'm a girl. They want to hear a girl talking sexy in Spanish and sexual. You know, I mean, I could do that too. You know, I'm open to do all kinds of music,
Mm-hmm.
but right now I just want y'all to know who I am.
Word. Well, you don't gotta try too hard because you got it. So
Thank you.
if they don't see it, hey, that's on them. Fuck them. Look, as I was saying, back to the point though, I think the lust of it takes away from the ability to cherish it
Mm,
because so many people talk about like Pun and God bless the dead because he deserves all love
yeah,
he
man, he
deserves.
rested.
You know what I'm saying? But people forget the other people from the culture who were Hispanic who brought so much to the game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I mean, I don't want the one thing I hate is that because there's like this example that people use, they negate everything else and you only can live up to that one standard.
right.
How has that impacted you and your growth as an artist and how you deliver your music?
It almost put a stop to it.
Okay.
Because people always want to put their opinions,
Mm-hmm.
but what I did was I took what I knew from growing up and what I got from my Spanish culture and what I got from my New York ways, and I just made what it is. Act like you know. So I'm not trying to be you. I'm not trying to be her. I'm trying to do what I know best to do in the best of my abilities. And this is what I could do with this. Some people like it, some people don't. But that's life. So I'm only gonna get better at that craft because I'm determined. So, like I said, you guys are gonna hear new music. You're gonna hear versatility in my craft. You're gonna see versatility in my craft, and you know that's not where I'm gonna stop. I'm down to do all types of genres of music. You know, because I'm an artist, and I I,
Word.
I love all kinds of music. I don't just like hip hop and R&B. So that's what makes me, you know, be so versatile, be able to write different beats.
Facts. But you know what thing that bothers me about new artists, including yourself? People try to tell you who you are instead of letting you be who you are so then you can grow your sound organically rather than follow the pattern.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was listening to like I said, I went into your discography to listen, and the songs that impressed me the most were the songs where you talked about you, and that transparency is what makes me want to appreciate you more. Because see, like
Yeah.
I said, hip hop is full of shit. I mean, I just gotta tell you honestly. It's about right now we in the big titties, little waist, body yada yada. We in that era right now. We're in
Mhm.
the era where the guys are kissing each other, unfortunately. And this was prophesied in the late 90s and early 2000s when they said real hip hop will go underground. And
Mm.
now that the internet is so big, we're getting a flood of people who want to express themselves and people don't know how to handle it.
Mm.
My thing with you is, and my question with you is this: when somebody listens to Angie Starrz, what are the three elements of her personality that they're going to walk away from in her music?
That's a good one. So I would say honesty,
Mm,
loyalty,
mm.
and I don't want to say religion, but I want to say belief.
Spirituality?
Spirituality.
Okay.
because I always want to implement God and my spiritual journey and life in at least one of the bars.
Okay.
If you notice, I at least one bar, I try to fit that in there. I know people don't want to hear about God. And, you say God too much and it's a problem. You know, I don't know why, because you could talk about anything negative and it's okay. It'll sell. But I think that's what you will get from me. You'll see, you could tell that I'm old school. I don't hide it. I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not. People used to tell me, yo, you look young. Tell them I don't care. I came because God sent me to give a message and to do what I got to do before I die.
Word.
Yeah, I didn't do it when I was 16 because that wasn't my time.
Mm-hmm.
This is my time right now,
Mm-hmm.
whether anybody like it or not,
Mm-hmm.
whether you try to figure out something that's wrong with me.
Mm.
Everybody got something wrong with them. So you could go ahead and talk about it. But I think you're gonna get knowledge, you're gonna get power. I'm gonna empower you, I'm gonna uplift you. I don't do raps about dissing females. I think that's dumb. Talking about I'm gonna take your man, this, that, and the third. Yo, you sound stupid to me. I don't honestly,
Okay.
I don't respect that. I don't care about that. You teaching these young girls things that they don't need to learn yet.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Of course they're gonna listen to it. It's not their parents' fault. They go to school, they have friends, they're gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is I want to just give something a little different, man. That's why I'm first lady. That's why I was happy to take that name and was like, what, I'll take that title. That title belongs to me because I could really do that. So
Okay.
I'm trying to bring that with my lyrics, but I wanna have fun too. I don't wanna be so bougie and uptight. And I got a couple tracks that are fun, and I'm gonna release a couple tracks that are fun. But again, I want them to be empowered, uplifted. I want them to learn something. I want them to feel God when they hear me and see me. Just great energy.
There's different aspects of God to bring to your music and bring from your personality. Like, I'm gonna give you my opinion. You can agree or disagree, and that's okay. Because I'd rather learn who you are than tell you something and you disagree with it. I'm that type of man,
Right.
okay? I think Kanye West is corny as shit for how he uses God to elevate something and make money. But I thought DMX was dope for how he used God because he used his pain to bring people to the understanding of God.
That's right.
And even with the loss of DMX, right? I think there's going to be a very big hole when it comes to hip hop because now who's going to be brave enough to love God, even if you're from the street, even if
Right.
you go through hard times, even if the world's kicking you in your groin? Who's going to be man or woman enough to love God to the point where they will pray during a album and a concert and in front of people and on a radio station or a podcast, but still let you know, even though I love God, I still live life too. So don't think I'm soft or don't test me, but
Right.
respect the fact that there's a higher power that guides me. What do you think
Right.
about that?
I think I would be that person because we always pray before anything. We hold hands, we'll gather in the middle of a club before I go get on that stage and pray and bring other people to pray. So I don't know about anybody else, but that's something that I do. You'll hear that in my album when I do my album. I haven't did my album, but it is coming. I got 5 singles that are dropping this year, so I'll be working on my album, and you'll hear that because that's what I do. I love DMX, man. He rest in peace. It wasn't what he did behind closed doors. It was what he did in front of all of us to actually change and make an impact in our neighborhoods. A lot of kids growing up through DMX's, they all pray. Why? Now look at the kids growing up listening to this hip hop. What they do? They popping Molly and popping E-pills, and that's the truth. Why? Because that's what they hear. That's what they think is cool. To break them teenagers out of that takes an army. But these are the kids that are gonna take care of us when we're old.
That's the scary part. That's the
So
scary part. And I'm gonna tell you now, from what I've experienced in the world as of right now, it's scary for me to think that our lives are going to be dictated off of the masses of people who
mm,
are led by what they see rather more than what they feel.
mm,
Because today's music has no soul to it. It has all animatronics to it that is
mm-hmm.
making people move, but people aren't thinking, feeling, or being thought provoked. They're just nodding their heads to the beats, and that's very
Sounds
scary.
robotic to me.
It's more than that. It's bullshit. Because at the end of the day, even a robot has a purpose, and a lot of people are moving with no purpose.
Woo. Yeah,
You
you
know.
said that. Yeah, people don't want to think no more. They want you to think for them.
So tell me what you wanted the world to think about with the song "Girl Bye." Where were we going with that?
Oh wow. Yo, I fucks with you, you heard? 'Cause you really listen to my catalog.
Of course,
You
Miss.
really listen. Girl, bye. Wow. That song is old. Wow. I'm trying to remember all the lyrics. Like, what was I talking about?
Really?
Ah, Girl, bye. I think I was just having fun with that song.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little dance to it and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yo, I always try to make like a little dance to song, but girl, bye. Yeah, I was just spitting bars.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, I was just going in and having fun with it. That's actually a song that I wrote that I didn't want to sing myself. Like, there's a lot of songs that I write that I wish that I write thinking of other artists.
Okay.
That was one of them. But yeah, I remember that I don't remember all the lyrics right now on the top of my head. You got me on that one.
You,
But yeah, I
you,
remember I had a lot of fun with that song.
you know how long it's been since I wanted to meet you?
How long?
That should tell you how long. That should tell you how long. Know what I mean?
Really? When
Yeah.
you found out about Angie Starrz?
From Nimrod. Nim is the he good with me. And I've covered Federal District Records for about 2 to 3 years now.
Yeah, I went back to your videos and I seen that you've been doing interviews with Federal for about a couple years.
Yeah, I mean I support because I mean good music. It's always up for my Heritage Hip Hop Awards. Maybe you'll be there with your album real soon.
Ow.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I support people who really do the art. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about any other stuff. I care about the art. You know what I'm saying? And when I first saw you, I was like, okay, he got more artists. That's what's up. Then I heard you, and I was like, there's a tenacity there that's different.
Mm.
I tell people this all the time. So, it's the truth. The reason why I love women that do music is because when you do music, you find your confidence and nobody can't tell you you're not the shit. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a time where people will break you down. They'll tell you you don't look good enough, you're not sexy enough, you're not strong enough. The one thing I hate about people, because I hate people a lot. I mean, I'm nice, but it can get on my damn nerves. But the one thing I grew up with, and one thing I hate about people, everybody will tell you what you're not, but never lift up what you are. You see what I'm saying? And one thing with you, I wanted to find out what was the uplifted moment and what was the thing that you beat to become the artist that you are. Because even listening to songs like Toxic Love, right? I'm listening and I'm like, yo, it takes a very special female to talk about things where relationships don't go good. And then the after effect of the relationship still hits. Eve did it in Love is Blind, which is a classic, by the way.
Yes.
That's one of the dopest story rhymes ever written that nobody talks about. But
That's my favorite track. One of
what?
my favorite tracks from Eve.
Oh, by far, that's one of her best songs.
Love
Period.
is Blind. And we had that on replay.
Yeah, you ain't never talk about Love is Blind with a man before, did you? Especially on an interview, which is crazy, right? But But like even your song Toxic Love even gives me memories of that, because how many people talk about dealing with somebody even to the point where it could be violent depending on how you take the song, but leave you thinking about, damn, I would know people like that. Or I was in a situation like that. And then you have to reflect. What does it mean for you to make music that not only can get people to bounce in the club, like AI, or have a song where people can sit down and self-reflect on their lives and check themselves? What does that mean to you?
Oh man, that's my purpose right there. That reaction right there is the reason why I write songs like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I play my music, like I'll randomly play my music places and I say that that's me just to see people's reaction.
Mm.
And people go, that's you, right? And I'll be like, yeah, it's me. Why you didn't say nothing? I wanted to see your reaction.
Word.
I wanted to see what it does to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that a lot.
That's good though, because then you get to see people's real reactions. And a lot of people, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. A lot of rappers dick ride themselves to the point where they just want to hear, oh, you're great, you're great, you're great. But they don't really stay tuned or plugged to the people who make them great.
Right.
And that's the thing that kind of like bothers me, because um we don't take ourselves for granted, let alone people take us for granted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's so
definitely.
many, there's so many things I could say about you, but that doesn't really necessarily mean that's you, you know? And even when I listen to like the morning hustle, right? Somebody's freestyling on Facebook, letting people know I got bars. I'm letting you know that I'm the truth. But it ain't till they get to the music that they really understand that there is a truth there. How important is it for you to structure your songs and not just rap to the people?
Oh my God, it's so important that I will literally work on each bar like if it is a whole song. Like it
Mm.
has to be perfect. Each bar has to sound like boom, like it has to be a punch line every time, or if not, I'm gonna delete it. I take it so serious that I tune the world out and it just be me and that beat.
Mm.
And if I don't get words instantly hearing a beat, I know it's not the one. If I listen to a beat and I just start singing and rapping, it just come out. That's it. That's the one. We're gonna sit there and focus on that. I take it very seriously. I never know what I'm gonna say. Is that crazy?
No, because that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you.
I
It,
never know what I'm gonna say. It
mm-hmm.
I never even know what concept I'm gonna. I don't sit there and be like, oh, what am I gonna rap about? Okay, I'm gonna rap about cigarettes or whatever niggas talk about now. Um, I listen to the beat and I talk to God and I said, this is you. This is what we gonna do. Let's go. And it just comes to me. And then I develop the concept from it. And then start off with a chorus and a bridge. The chorus to me is the main thing because everybody remembers the chorus. You can say whatever you want in bars, even though that's not the way I write. My bars gotta be hitting every
Okay.
time. But chorus, bridge, and just kill them with the bars. So I take every part of that song very seriously.
I'm gonna ask you a weird question, but I'm gonna relate it to what you just said. What is your love language?
My love language.
Yes.
Ooh, music.
Okay.
Music is my love language.
So your
I can
language.
talk to you better through a song.
So your love language is support. Somebody
Mm,
having your back by showing you that you don't have to do everything on your own.
no, I wouldn't say that. I
So
do
then,
everything on my own.
what is your love language?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. What is your love language? I'm not sure how to
I,
answer that.
I was reading a book on love languages, right? And then if I remember correctly, the love languages was support. Um, People want people who love them by supporting them and always
Mm,
being behind them when they do things. Another one is to take somebody to take stress off of you so you can live and not carry the weight of the world on you.
mm,
people who like surprises because it means that you're always on their mind, and people who like when you do things for them. All right. So those are love languages. All right. That I've read in this book. There's probably more. I don't remember offhand. But hip hop is a love language. And what you said kind of sounded like one of the things in the book. Because, and I asked people this question, but you put it a little differently. And I wanted to bring this up. When you listen to music, right? There's two types of love. There's love that is expressed, a love that is taken in. You said when the music plays, you take it in and then you talk back to it. How do you translate music to give the world a message?
How do I translate music? With my words, my thoughts, my feelings, expressions.
So it's your voice that you hear? It's your own voice that you hear?
When I'm writing?
Or when you hear the music?
When I hear the music, is it my voice that I hear?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. It is me.
Interesting.
I hear myself, and I talk to myself, and I hear myself, and I say it to myself over and over again till I get exactly what I want, till I'm satisfied.
You're a giver,
then, I'm
aren't
not
you?
gonna stop.
You're a giver. You're a giver, aren't you?
Yes, I am a giver. I give to not even receive.
And see, that's your love language. You are the support person then. You are the person who gives.
Did we just figure that out?
I'm listening to you and I'm trying to, because like I said, you have to sit with a person to know who they are. Because like I said, you know how one of my favorite lines in hip hop from Biggie and Jay Electronica is like, so you want to be hardcore with your hat to the back, talk about the gats and the raps, but I don't feel that hardcore that you bring. I must be dreaming. You see what I'm saying? Or it's not familiar. I can't feel you. Until you sit with a person and you talk to them, you'll never know if their music is real or not. KRS once said, you could read a book from an author, but if you don't know who the author is, you don't know anything about that book because you don't know what they're telling you. So in meeting you and sitting with you, not only are you giving me clarity on, I got bars, but you're showing me the depth of who you are. And that's more important to me than your beats or your rhyme selection, because I already know you can rhyme. I already know that. I already know that you know how to ride a beat and destroy a beat. I already know that some beats that you spit on, they weren't even on to your level. They were not on your, they were subpar, but you did them anyway.
Yeah.
I know that. But it's understanding how your mind works, understanding your dream, understanding your hope, even your spirituality and faith, that makes me appreciate you more, to see how much more or what I'm looking from you to get.
You have a better chance getting the last two, but figuring out how my mind works, good luck.
Well, those are the journeys in life that most people are not blessed to take, and some people you give chances to take. So if there's someone getting that chance with you, hey, good luck. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how I do half the things I do and still be the same.
I can tell you. That's
I don't
easy.
know how.
Let's do a life lesson. Angie Starrz, welcome to Heritage Hip Hop, where we talk about not only hip hop, but we talk about life, diversity, and the meaning of faith. Can you be perfect?
I am perfect. God made us all perfect.
So
people don't believe that, but you are. You are perfect. You're supposed to be sad. You're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to be. These feelings are natural. Who you are as a human being and everything that God gave us is perfect.
Well, let's flip it. A lot of people say nobody's perfect.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I don't say that.
And if you believe in the Bible and you read the Torah, there were 3 individuals that were called perfect, that if we looked at them today, we wouldn't think they were perfect. Abraham was perfect. And because of Abraham, we had baby mama drama and war. Am I lying? Hey, that's what he did. Salute to the father of faith. Hey, David, King David, He was considered perfect. King David killed a man and took his wife and had a kid. He had other kids who chased him out of his own kingdom, and he had to bury his favorite son.
Well, what is perfect to you?
I know what
Something
perfect
that
means. I know perfect
is
means, period.
what does perfect mean to you?
Balance.
Balance.
Anything, balance is perceived as truth. Because if you are a person who puts life out of balance, if we read Proverbs, it says that's one of the things God hates. So if you're knocking somebody off of their balance, that's a problem.
That's
That
a problem.
that leads to sedition, insurrection, concupiscence, lies, laziness, backstabbing. Those are the things, sedition. Those are the things that says the Most High does not like. And then if you're not balanced, that means you're trying to make something that's not real. That's called being a liar. Billy Dan said that the most dangerous thing about a liar is a person that's unhappy with who they truly are. So then they make a reality that they're mad that you won't co-sign to make them feel better about themselves, not realizing that you're okay with yourself and you're hurting you to help them be who they're not. Feel me?
Now, let me have a drive. We still in the parking lot. Yeah, you could drive home. I'll stay on the phone.
So once again, perfection is not how many rights you have over wrongs. Perfection is balance. You agree?
Okay. I agree. I agree that perfection is balance. But when I say we are perfect, I mean God already made everything perfect. There's nothing that is needed to be changed. So the only thing is for us to actually be righteous in our own ways. Now, people don't know how to do that. And it falls down to balance. You're right. It falls right down to balance. So I do agree with that.
So let's talk about.
I don't. When I say perfect, I don't mean Barbie doll.
That's not perfect. That's
smart,
ugly.
Very smart. Very. He said that's ugly.
No, I don't like Barbie dolls. It's ugly.
Okay. Oh shit, that's real talk. Florida Mall, baby. Yeah. So I feel like I'm perfect because I'm exactly how God wants me to be. I do exactly what I need to be, that needs to get done in my spiritual life, my physical life, my career, and I don't, hide who I am. What I feel people are determined on, their character is determined by what they do when nobody's looking.
Facts. That's true. That's the truth. Because some people will be the good person in front of the camera, but behind the camera, they're some of the most wickedest people in the world. We call that the government, by the way. But don't take my words on that.
That is the damn government. Sound like the government. We're gonna spark one to that one.
But can I tell you why you're perfect to me?
Why?
Because you're articulating your growth in front of the world. That takes a balance. Because guess what? Now you have a digital and a musical footprint that people are going to check you on and see, are you really living the art that you're putting out? And that's a perfection, because you can't master yourself if you already yourself. You're mastered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I listen to songs where you spit your bars, like the truffle butter joint you did.
He really listened to you got me shocked. I ain't ever been to an interview and they named all my songs. Like your truffle butter was tough, right? I need a needy, so treaty, free me, so gritty, greedy, forever grinding, so ever needy be. What?
Yeah.
I went in on that one. See, that one, I was just showing off. I was just showing off.
So then, so wait. All right, so you was just going off on that one, right? What makes that song more fulfilling than Divas?
Ooh, I like Diva though. Diva walk away, spin, pose, left, hair flip. I want Beyonce to sing that. Diva walk away, spin, pose, left, hair flip. Oh man. What you mean? That one was dope. I can't. I mean, truffle butter showed a lot of
Skill and
pen work.
articulation. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So you can't compare that to Diva. Divas was that's like that's a girl song. Woman empowerment type song. Like for the girls to have fun. But truffle butter was for everybody.
Hey, I want to
Truffle
ask you
butter.
something. I want to ask you this. Hip hop is now in the age of the woman. Shout out
Yeah,
to all the ladies, because there's ladies out there that are so dope. They making the men look like pieces of shit. Pardon my language. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's so many women out here that got bars.
yes,
Forget being. I mean, you can say anybody could be sexy to anybody. I don't care about that. But I'm
right.
saying like about the art. So many women are now the artist, while so many men are now the participants. They're just doing it to do it. Where the ladies are taking charge and pushing the envelope. What does
Men
it
are not
mean?
like men are not like they used to be back in the day. They don't make them like that anymore.
I'm gonna pause on that because as a man, I can't speak up for all of them, but I'm not gonna take that. All I can say is, a lot of the ladies are pushing the envelope further, and I want to ask you, what does it mean to be a woman in hip hop in 2021 today, and what is the power behind the female voice in hip hop culture today?
Well, the power behind female voice is, you know, how far we've come in a predominantly male ran world in all industries, corporate, sales, business, whatever, in every aspect of corporate businesses or music, or it's always predominantly men. So we've come a long way. So of course we're making noise. We've It's in our blood, all the rage, you know, from everything we've had to overcome, from even getting our rights as women equal to men, which I don't think will ever be as equal. But
You know what's sad though? I'm gonna say this and don't take this the wrong way. I don't think women should be equal to men in everything because God
I
gave
believe
y'all
we all have our place.
not now I'm not going to go there with that. I just think everybody has a power. It's just that because of the conditioning we live in, especially in a Western society, our power was taken away to the point where we don't understand our true power. Like
Mm,
like in the past, it was said women were supposed to be barefoot, pregnant, and having babies, right? But in our culture, whether you're Taino, African, whatever, um, listen, women never stayed at home, got barefoot and pregnant. In American culture, they say the man walks in front and his wife walks behind him. In our cultures that I just named, you know, uh, our women never walk behind us. They walk off to the
exactly.
side to us, to the side,
Exactly.
because men have tunnel vision while women are perspective and they watch the whole field. That's why in chess, you win when you capture the queen because kings have power, but queens have dominion. So until
Yes.
you have the domain, you never know what it is to truly have the gift.
I love this is the best interview I've ever been in.
Salute the heritage hip hop
Yo,
because we doing
salute
our
to
thing.
for real. Y'all really I'm really having a good time. I love politicking and I love your brain right now. Yes. That's definitely what it is. And I agree with you. I don't want to get females mad, but I agree with the fact that we should let men, have their place. Like a lot of us don't. Because we've suffered for so many years, through different stages of women evolving throughout the years, getting our rights, you know, women that have been abused and cheated on. So a lot of women, it's in our blood. The rage is in our blood. So that's what's going on right now. We taking it back. We taking all the years back that we had to deal with a lot of things that men put us through.
Well, salute to Angie Starrz and salute the federal district who has a first lady that not only puts God in her ambitions, but she knows the power of having God and owning her
Yes.
femininity and womanhood to become one of the better and best MCs you can hear coming out of New York right now. Give everybody your social media so they could not only look up your music, but appreciate you as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You can find me Angie Starrz, SCARRZ_federal on IG. You can get me on Twitter as Angie Starrz, Facebook Angie Starrz. I'm an open book. I respond to people. I follow back. I'm very humble. So let's chop it up for real.
And where's your music?
My music is on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. You can get it anywhere. Shazam. Federal District Records is dropping a lot of music now. So get tuned into our Federal District Records YouTube. I have YouTube as well, Angie Starrz, STARRZ. Don't forget it. And that's where you can find me. You can find all my music on there, all social media platforms.
Well, everybody, this is my disclaimer. Salute to Miss Angie Starrz. She's a wonderful artist, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Thank you.
If you like her music, break the chain and don't be a slave. Buy her music. Buy her music. And this is why I say that. Donald Trump's America, we've seen the economy go to shit. In Texas, we've seen the power grids go down. In Louisiana, they had a hailstorm and it snowed in California. So the world is going crazy. And if you rely on the internet for your music, if the internet ever crashes, you don't have your music. So please don't rent your music. If she has a single or anything that you like, buy the album, buy the single, because not only do you show her how much you appreciate her, you're sowing into her ministry so she could be great. And not only that, you're allowing yourself the ability to get more because you're giving her the opportunity to give you more. So please open your pockets. Some of y'all get scratch offs about water you don't need. Please.
For real.
Well, that's the truth. That's what we live by on Heritage Hip Hop. This is what we live by. We are not a platform that says, okay, everybody, go out there and stream the music and support. That's not support. That's slavery. Because at the end of the day, that person holds your music and everybody's renting it instead of paying you for your music. And I'd rather get it from you. So if you ever have an album and you hit me up, I'll cash app you and you give me the music. You know what I'm saying? That's how I work.
That's what's up, yo.
I'm that type of person.
Yo, Hip Hop Heritage, you definitely gonna get a lot of love from me because anybody who loved me, I love back. So that's just how it is. Definitely. So I'm gonna show you guys a lot of support. I didn't know too much about you guys till before this, but I'm out here. So
hey, tell Nimrod I said what's up, my bro. Oh no, I told you I wanted this interview for a while. I told you. Now you see, right? You see, like I wanted this interview for a while.
See, you really did you impressed me. You impressed me. You really did.
So now I want to close out. I want to close out the interview with the rapid fire questions. You ready to play that game with me?
Let's do it.
All right, so the rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. These are questions that show your depth of hip hop and understanding of your own craft. Here's my number one question. What song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
Ooh. I wasn't ready for that one. Perfectly describes me.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Damn. Right now off the top of my head. Describes me as a person. A hip hop track.
No, whatever. A song or album.
I wouldn't be able to say like right now would describe me. I don't know. I don't know which song will describe me. I'm a unique person.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the pun out. Punisher.
Okay.
Why the lyrics in the song?
Big Pun?
Yeah. There we go. Big Pun.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go Pun. Yeah, your camera breaking up. So I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I'm on the highway. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We still communicating. That's good. My next question is this. I'm gonna give you my opinion, and I would like for you to just vibe off of my opinion. Can I tell you what the most beautiful thing about a woman is?
Yes.
Her mind. Because if you can't
Yes.
grow with the person's dreams or their aspects, you have no purpose being with that person. In hip hop, lyrics come from the mind and from the heart. What to you is more important, to rhyme from your brain or rhyme from your heart?
Good question. Good question. What is more important, or what is more important? You said
Yeah, to you,
to
rhyming from
me.
your brain or rhyming from your heart?
Wow. I'm gonna say rhyming from my brain because my heart usually deceives me.
That's a very mature
Your
answer.
heart could deceive. Your heart could deceive you, but your brain has facts.
Mm. Okay, I rock with that. On Federal District's new song, you around with Nimrod, King Flow, and ODE, right? That's
Yes,
the new
sir.
video that's out right now. You have the second verse, correct?
Body bag.
You have the
I'm the
second
I'm the
verse.
first verse.
You're the first verse?
I'm the first
I
verse.
thought Flow went before you. My bad. All right, so
Nope.
that makes my question even better. Setting off a song means that you're giving the people the first punch in a heavyweight fight. What is the pressure of having the first verse, and what is the clarity of having the first verse?
The pressure of having the first verse is making sure that it actually punch.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 30 seconds to keep your audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's pressure.
Yeah. Yes,
Now,
that
what
is.
is the what was
The
the other question?
clarity. The
The
clarity of it.
clarity.
Yes.
Oh, the clarity of it to me would be people's reaction, I guess, to it. To my first punch bar like that. Like, I guess it would be that. It would be people's reaction to it. I don't know what to say. I think that just that's what I'm thinking when I write that first bar. How they gonna react? Am I gonna be impactful? Or is it just gonna be it's all right?
Okay.
If it's just all right, I don't want it. It has to
Okay.
be like, I say something in Spanish, I'd be like, yo le doy 20 patadas a tu chica. You know what that means?
No, but I'm interested.
It means I give 20 kicks to the bitch standing next to you. Like, I'm 20 kicks better than,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? It's a different way of saying it. It's not supposed, like, I'm basically, I'm that bar has to give 20 kicks to anybody else's first entry. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be something that mind blowing. That's the word. Go ahead. That's my best friend for 30 years. God bless you, girl.
Salute, best friend. May the Most High bless you as well.
Yes. Thank you. Wait, my gangster right there. She a whole gangster. So clarity. Am I gonna be impactful? And reaction.
All right, cool. I got 3 more questions for you, and then we're gonna unfortunately sign off because I think we had a great interview, and I could talk to you for hours. Like you have a good mind, so that's good to have people to talk to like that. So salute to you once again. My next question is this: if you could make your dream song, who would you work with? Who would do the beat, and who would give you verses or a hook? Dead or alive, no restrictions.
Dead or alive. Aww. You know I'm gonna say DMX, man, because that would have been like
You and
killer.
X? You and X?
Me and X.
Anybody else on there rapping with y'all, or just you and X?
Yeah, man. I would I would love to do, songs with the great. You know who I like? I like Dave East.
Yeah.
I like Dave East. So I would like to work with Dave East. Joyner Lucas is good. He's very good. I like him. And in the females, I would love to do a track with Remy Ma and Kim. Those are my idols. Those women right there are the reason I walk and talk the way I do. I think sometimes, like, not only because of my life, but because they gave a good example too. I mean, Little Kim went through her shit. She always kept it real.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's it, to be honest. I know there's more people that I would like to work with. I don't want to offend nobody, but, you know, that right there would be one. I love Latin music, so I would love to tap into Latin music.
That's dope.
You know, I love me some Shakira and all them, y'all. You know, they pop music. I like pop music.
Okay.
So I know that sells too. So I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot I would like to get into. But in hip hop, I would have loved to do a track with DMX. May God rest his soul. You know, something that would have been very impactful as well. I know he's good at that.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. Second to last question is this. If you had to define music in 5 albums, what would they be?
In 5 albums. Music in 5 albums. Love. Well, it would be relationships, right? Relationships, because it'll be different kind of relationships.
You got an album for that?
Oh, we could talk about relationships all day.
Okay.
There's so many types of relationships. There's toxic ones, there's, you know, good ones, there's bad ones, there's a lot to talk about. So I would say music, relationships, love, spirituality, talking shit, you know, talking your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You already know how expressing yourself, like how you feel about you, how you feel about others. So I would say street, relationships. What else did I say?
Exactly. Yeah, it says street, relationships, talking shit.
Talking your shit. Talk your shit. You
Uh-huh.
came out of something. You overcame something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just basically uplifting yourself. So it would
Facts.
be, you know, that and politics.
But you have no specific albums that somebody's done that does all that for you in 5 albums?
Oh, you mean like some people's already written albums? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nas Illmatic.
Illmatic's 1. Okay, you got 4 more to go.
Illmatic, Nas Illmatic. We're going for albums, right? You know I gotta say the Big Pun album.
All right. Capital Punishment.
Capital Punishment. Jay-Z. It's gonna be hard to choose which album, but I'm gonna say which one's my favorite one? Because he had I'm gonna say the Blueprint.
Blueprint. That's a great album though. You got 3 classics up there.
I'm gonna say the Blueprint.
Got 2 more.
2 more. Damn, I know there's some good ones that I'm not like remembering right now off the top. Next time.
It doesn't have to be all hip hop. It could be other genres, you know.
Oh, okay, I thought
you said music. Nah, I said music.
La India.
Bye.
I don't remember the name of the album. You remember the name of her album? La India. I know all the songs because that was about relationships.
Okay.
That was about relationships, good and bad, in-laws, everything. She spoke about in-laws. A lot of things on that album. So La India's album. And that's 4.
That's 4. We got 1 more.
We got 1 more. No, I'm missing somebody important.
Your album?
My album is coming, baby.
So who else is there, you think? Who has impacted you to the point where that album stands the test of time in your lifetime?
You know what? Chris Brown's album.
Okay. Which one?
The last one, I think. The one that has
the triple CD, that 85 song joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He has a lot of songs like collaborations and he's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Salute to him. I mean, I don't listen to him, so
I don't know why you don't listen.
I can't relate to the music. I can't relate to it. My mind don't work like that. No.
So you only listen to rap?
No.
What else do you listen to?
I listen to music that moves my spirit. If I can't feel it, I don't listen to it. So I have no.
Oh,
You can't.
I
Yeah,
felt that Go Crazy song. Everything you do is amazing. I felt that. I'm like,
that's what's up. But see, think about this. You're asking me what I listen to. So in my leisure, I'm not going to listen to that. But if I was out somewhere with people, I would listen to it because that vibe makes the song better.
it's entertaining. It's
Yeah, you know
entertaining.
what I'm saying?
It's
So,
entertaining.
right. So I think my last question is the most important question. Once again, everybody, this is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop saying thank you for joining us tonight with Angie Starrz, Federal District Records, Wu-Tang, what, Protect Your Neck Management, right?
Wu-Tang Management,
All right.
Protect Your Neck Records.
All right, so there you go, right there. Salute to her best friend behind the wheel, taking her to her spot. You know what I'm saying? And most
Thank
importantly,
you.
thank you to Angie Starrz for sharing her artistry and her philosophy with us because we've learned something tonight. And
Thank you.
I hope to hear from you again. I hope to talk to you more. I hope to do another federal district interview and I get to meet you in person. That'd be great.
Yes, that would
You
be
know,
dope, dope, dope. Make sure you make that happen
I'm
because
waiting for
I'll
y'all.
definitely pull up.
I'm waiting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for
Bet,
y'all. So
bet.
the last question of this interview, which I think is the most important question, is this: 500 years from now, in the New York, in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame Museum in the Bronx, New York, opens up in like 3 more years. Salute. They're gonna go to Federal District Records and look at Angie Starrz, and a little girl or a little boy is gonna go, "Ma, who is Angie Starrz?" And they push a red button, and your hologram comes out the wall and they
Oh,
play
wow.
your music and they have your bio on the wall. And your music is introduced year after year after year to these people. My most important question to you is what is the legacy you leave behind that made the world better because you made music?
Oh, that's awesome. I would say bringing love back into a lot of relationships. When I say love, I don't just mean a man and a woman, husband and wife. I mean love, period, in general, in society, like including police brutality, including, you know, all this racism that exists, that is everybody. It's not just, you know, white people. Black people and Spanish people are racist too. And I hate when people say that they're not, when they are. So I would say bring love back through different aspects of people's lives, you know, and just present that to the world. Like, unity and respect is what I really want to bring back.
Mm,
Unification, and for people to learn the power of unity.
mm,
So I have a wonderful team and we just keep growing. It's because our energy absorbs, you know, our energy attracts people to want to, they look at us and they're like, wow, you guys are doing great. You guys are this, you guys are that. So my legacy I pray to God will be that I actually made an impact on those levels in our today, you know. So I know it's a lot of work to do, but it's not impossible because it says, even in the word impossible, it says I'm possible.
mm.
So I believe in a God that's real. So my goal is that to have our communities back, change that. Let's change that. Let's support black owned businesses. Let's give our money back to our neighborhoods, even though they've taken it from us. So, you know, they take whatever they can from us. But there's things that we don't know that they don't teach us in public school, that they only teach in private school.
They don't teach you nothing in private school either. So don't even worry about that.
I don't know. I don't know. I hear these kids are learning how to do, you know, how to do stock exchange and all that stuff. They learn in stocks and bonds and all that stuff in private school. They learn how to make money.
That's a different private school than I've been used to because
Well, I don't
we'll
know
talk.
where
That's
you
a
went.
whole nother interview. You could come back and we can talk about that.
Well, maybe they didn't give you that class. You know why,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
But from what I hear, these white kids, that's what they learn. I'm sorry to say it like that.
yeah.
But
Mm,
I want to leave a legacy behind where people feel empowered to defend their own people, like to have our own.
yeah.
Nobody wants to have their own. They want people to like give it to them or something. I don't know. But that's my goals. I mean, I have dreams that I know God's dreams are bigger than mine. So I don't say I'm crazy. People be like, you crazy talking like that. Nah, man, I'm gonna talk like this because you create, you bring things into existence when you talk greatness.
Facts.
Because God created all of us with his mouth. Everything
Facts.
with his mouth. So I learned that. And I want to leave that impact on children, the world, everything. I'm praying to God, that that's what comes out of this.
Well, Angie Starrz said it takes a lot of work. And just remember this, everybody. Man gives you a job and God gives you your work, because your work is not something that he can give in. It's a purpose that is within you. And salute to Angie Starrz for finding a purpose for her music. And we hope that that purpose inspires you. Because at the end of the day, being righteous doesn't mean being right or wrong. It means being moral and understanding to your fellow man, not only yourself.
Yes.
So with that being said, this is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop with the mic terror herself, Angie Starrz. Make sure you go check out Ehh Ahh and all other music that she has on Federal District page or her own page. And love hip hop, because at the end of the day, we bring you your future favorite stars today and give roses to those who are making noise. Angie Starrz got her rose, and she's one of your future favorite stars. Thank you to Heritage Hip Hop. So with that being said, this is Karev saying peace, and we out.
Peace out.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.
Real hip hop. Real hip hop. We here. Real hip hop.